So some people wonder when they go out and make a purchase, they're looking for a bigger air compressor because they're looking at the biggest size that they can actually have more air. The more air, the more you can do. And that's not necessarily true. All a larger tank actually does allows you to have the ability to store air for use before it recycles. My name is Brad Kemp. I'm with Blue Nile Farm. I want to kind of explain to you the concept of air tanks, and you're going to have to decide what tank works best for your type of environment. So, a lot of times when you go out and you purchase a air compressor, especially smaller units here, a lot of them for a homeowner, they basically are for intermittent use. Um, they're about 30 gallons, 25 gallons, somewhere around that area. And a lot of these are used for like air guns, for some real quick jobs that you're not going to have to worry about long continuous runtime for most of your tools. A lot of times we use it for tire inflation and just basic simple stuff around the house or for a shop, something that's quick. When you get into larger compressors like this, you're doing more continuous work. And you're looking at tanks that might be 60 gallon, 80 gallon, even 120 gallon, depending on how big that you will need to go. The bottom line is that all this is a big reserve. And these tanks, what they'll wind up doing is allow you to have more runtime. Then all of a sudden, when it gets to a minimum level, it'll kick on. So a lot of times you're going to have a lot same types of equipment on a lot of similar tanks. And let me give you an example. What I'm seeing right now when I went shopping for air tanks is that you're going to have 60-gallon tanks and 80-gallon tanks, and a lot of them might have a 5-horse motor or even a 7.5-horse motor, and they both have the same CFM, which is basically the cubic feet per minute that they're producing. They could be the exact same machine, but having different tank size. The only difference is that one's going to have more reserve air and kick on later, and you're going to have the 60-gallon tank, it's just going to kick on more frequently. But the 60-gallon air tank will actually meet its maximum level quicker, whereas it's going to take a little longer for the bigger one tank. That's all you're dealing with is reserve air supply. It really is not going to dictate anything about your runtime with tools. It's not going to change much of the things that you're doing other than you might get a little bit more air time before the compressor and the pump kicks in the gear. That's really it. But it's not going to change your CFM. It's not going to change how this thing actually performs. It's just more how often it's going to cycle. And that's really all you need to know. So it's going to be pretty up to your choice on what you choose to do. Just remember, if it doesn't kick on quicker, it's also going to take longer for it to recover, whereas, say, the 60, it might recover faster, but it's also going to turn on a lot more often. And it's just your trade-off, whatever you want to work and what works best for your environment. So that's all personal choice. So with that said, thanks for watching, guys. I just want to cover this really quickly. I also got 2 other videos I made on CFM, cubic feet per minute. Check that out because that's one of the most important aspects when you're selecting an air compressor. And also we talked about horsepower. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.